What's up, grinders? I am Travis B. Klein, and welcome to The Grind, episode number 2. We're back with the Field Company. This time we're going over the gram, that is Instagram. I've caught up and learned a ton in the last couple days about Instagram. I previously sort of maybe neglected it on my knowledge of, the social media world. But check out the latest My Journey episode. There'll be a link below this video where I go over, it's my whole day where I go over exactly what I learned about Instagram, how I learned it, and really the nuances about, how it's used and stuff like that. In this episode, I'm going to go over exactly how the Field Company, remember the company that makes the awesome skillet made in America, how they can use Instagram to get way more exposure than they already have, way more than they got from even Kickstarter. So the previous Grind episode, let me link that up real quick right here. That was analyzing the Field Company, the same one I'm doing right now, but that was analyzing their Twitter strategy and how they can use that to get more exposure, more brand awareness, sell more skillets. Remember this one now, all about Instagram. But check out that video. That one goes over everything that they can do on Twitter just to get more exposure about their brand. So I'm going to throw up an outline right now of exactly what I'm going to go over in this video. Number one, I'm going to go over how Instagram works. Why people use Instagram. Why are there so many millions of people that use Instagram every day? Number two, how can Instagram help brands connect with people and get those brands more exposure? Let people know about what products that brand has coming out. And number three, we're going to get our hands a little bit dirty and we're going to get into physical things that the Field Company can actually do to start building an Instagram following, connect with the people on Instagram, and really start building a name for their brand, the Field Company, and the skillet that they're going to be coming out with very, very soon. Number one, how Instagram works, why people use Instagram. Why do so many people log on to Instagram as opposed to a platform? Instagram is like a very different platform from Facebook. Instagram is all about Facebook is a lot of content, images, a lot of scrolling, and people go there to see images from their friends, brands that they follow, but not just to see images, to really interact with those images, to really take them in. People so on Instagram, people aren't just scrolling through their timeline. They actually take in the content. Facebook. Instagram has around 10 times as much more content engagement, likes, comments, shares, things like that, than Facebook. People on Instagram are there to actually consume the content, not just scroll by it really quickly like on Facebook. People love to hit like to things that really bring out an emotional reaction from them. So it's not just a picture of a flower. It's somebody taking a picture of a flower in a very artistic manner. Or somebody spent some time taking a picture and not just snapping it and saying, hey, look at this flower. It's people that really care about taking their photos because they know the people that are following them really care about the content that they're putting out, and they're going to actually look at it. They're going to interact with it. To sum that up in a couple words, Instagram is all about quality over quantity. And you might not be able to say that about Facebook. So that's definitely a huge difference. All right, I'm gonna bring up 2 images that I found on Instagram just today, and they really just seem perfect. You gotta remember, I'm not that artsy. I'm not a photographer at all. These just really caught my eye and connected with me on an emotional level. Here they are. All right, number 2 now, how brands use Instagram. So the reason I'm making a distinction between a brand using Instagram and let's say somebody else like a 43-year-old cougar mom is because there's a very key difference. A product-based brand, which is what the Field Company is with their amazing cast iron skillet made in the USA, are very, very different. One of the key differences, top product brands really base their images around what their product is. There's not really a lot of like people in the picture. There's not many faces in the picture. The product is the product, and that's usually the center of the attention. That's not everything that's in the picture, and that's very important. I'll get into that in 1 second. But the product is the key thing. So the product is one piece of the puzzle. Another piece of the puzzle, and again, I'm not that artsy, I'm not a photographer, is the setting. The actual everything that's around the actual product. We're talking about the colors, the things in the background, maybe it's a sun or the moon, the lighting, it's coming in on the actual product, whether it's a natural lighting or false lighting from studio lights like I have in here right now. So you have the setting around the product, you have the actual product. Then there's all the factors that go into the actual cameraman getting the correct angle. So you have all these factors going into how good the picture is, what emotions can that one picture invoke in the viewers, the followers, the people that are actually going to consume the actual image. All of that plays into it. It is not just about taking a picture of your product, uploading it on your phone, sitting back and watching all the likes come in. It is way more complicated than that. But not so complicated that a good photographer can't figure it out. But the same as before, and I'll probably end up saying it again later, quality over quantity. The top brands spend the time to get the exact right image. They know that followers will like, that they'll embrace, that they'll consume, that they'll comment, that they'll share, that they'll really enjoy seeing. All right, let me bring up an image I found today. It's from a couple weeks ago, maybe a little bit more than a couple weeks. But as you can tell, it's the company Oreo, and there's some hot chocolate with marshmallows. I'm not exactly sure what the image did for the 45,000 likes that it got, but for me, it definitely invoked an emotion of childhood, going out in the snow and then coming in with my brother and sister, drinking hot chocolate, eating cookies. The point is, the image invoked an emotion, and it's the skill of the photographer that actually did that. And it's images like this that really can get users to actually react, remark, share, comment, and enjoy. All right, now let's bring up number 3. What can we do now for the Field Company to get them more exposure as a brand? So first off, I'm going to say, like I did in the previous Grind episode about their Twitter, that their Instagram, you could call it campaign, they should have opened their Instagram account when they first started researching their company, coming up with ideas about the sketches for the skillet, when they first started researching iron ore companies to use, when they were finding molds to use. All of this could help build their story from a year ago till now to where they've progressed, taking images of the molds, images of the iron ore, images of their actual cast iron skillet that they made as a prototype. But that's neither here nor there. That's in the past. That was just for you guys to remember. If you're thinking about when to start the Instagram account, it's not when you're ready to start selling. It's when you're first thinking about the idea, when you're getting the molds, when you're in the boardroom, writing on whiteboards, brainstorming. That's when you start the Instagram account and start taking awesome pictures. Start early, build it up, build a story. That's how you do it. Well, they can start by telling their story. On their website, on their Kickstarter page, they have images of when they first started out. You see them with sketches about their actual product dimensions, things like that. What they want to do starting as soon as possible is post those images on Instagram to start building the story. Here's a few of those images. I'll bring them up right now. That's on their website and or on their Kickstarter page. So here's a few of them. And as you can tell, they are already Instagrammable. Definitely would get awesome people to follow them, to like them, to share them, to comment on them. I personally would. Some of those pictures of the guys pouring the iron ore, the actual skillet that they made with it's angled and it's only showing a portion of it. Really awesome picture. So thumbs up to them for already having the pictures, whether it was a great camera guy they had, maybe they took the pictures, whatever it was. I think they have that side of the equation already solved. And the easy part is just doing actions, taking the pictures, getting the pictures, and then putting them on the account. I also read on their page that for their mold, they got the sand to make their mold because they needed a certain kind of sand that was a certain density in order to be hot enough that could take the molten iron to make the mold for the actual skillet. And that sand specifically came from the sand dunes in Michigan. I did some searching online and found some really crazy, awesome looking pictures of these actual sand dunes. I'm bringing a couple of those up right now. Now they could actually go out there, send their cameraman out there, get some really cool pictures of the sunset, maybe some black and white, just some really cool images, and actually post them to the Instagram account with captions like this is where the sand from our mold came from, things like that that really can let their followers know that this is a piece of our company. This image is not just an image for your eyes, it's a piece of our company, it's a piece of us. I also found some other cool images pouring molten iron. The more pictures of factory workers pouring molten iron, I think just would skyrocket. These pictures are just absolutely phenomenal, and I'm sure they can get even 10 times better quality ones that they're in it. That would be even cooler if they put the founders in it, the brothers Steven and Chris. You put them in a picture with molten iron, and their followers are gonna love it. They're gonna know that those founders are really in there doing the designing work. They're not just sitting back in an office and paying their employees to do it. The actual people getting dirty with it, is Steven. You see him in pictures designing and with the iron, with the mold, doing the hard work, cutting the iron, feeling the handle. So the more pictures they can get themselves in like that, that would just be awesome for them. Hey guys, if you want to watch more Grind episodes where I analyze other businesses, click this link right up here. Or if you're interested in working with me, click this link right up here.